How to make a woman miss you. 5 effective strategies. Whether it's an ex-girlfriend you're hoping to reconnect with, someone who's been pulling away, or even a woman you're currently dating and want to deepen the bond with, you might wonder, how do you make a woman miss you? In this video, I'm going to share 5 powerful strategies to help you make a woman miss you more, setting the stage for a stronger connection when you're together again. We'll dive into female psychology and uncover what truly makes a woman feel a strong attraction that leads her to miss you. Many people believe the key to winning a woman's heart is simply making her feel good. But if that were the case, why do the so-called nice guys, the ones who always go out of their way to uplift women, often find themselves ignored? The reality is, these men misunderstand a fundamental aspect of female psychology. What I'm about to reveal may challenge your beliefs, but it's an important truth many men fail to grasp. The secret to making a woman feel a lasting connection isn't just about making her feel good all the time. It's about guiding her through a variety of emotions. Women crave a blend of feelings, not just constant happiness. This includes not only pleasure, but also moments of tension, anticipation, and even slight discomfort. Think of why women are drawn to dramatic storylines in TV shows. The emotional ups and downs create an exciting experience. Similarly, in relationships, women are more attracted to men who can engage them emotionally, beyond simply offering positivity. Just like you wouldn't want to eat the same meal every day because it would eventually lose its appeal, a woman who only experiences one emotion, no matter how good it is, will eventually lose interest. The key is variety, creating an emotional journey that keeps her engaged. So, how can you create a variety of emotions within a woman you're interested in, keeping her engaged and making her miss you more? Common misconceptions about making her miss you. Before diving into the main strategies, let's address a common misconception. Many men unknowingly make the mistake of positioning themselves as a woman's backup plan. For example, constantly checking in with her or asking, "Hey, how's everything going?" might seem like you're keeping yourself on her radar. You might think that by staying in touch, you're making her remember you, hoping that absence will make her long for you. But in reality, this only reinforces your role as her fallback option. If she starts seeing you as the guy who's always there waiting in the wings, she'll never take you seriously. You'll become her safety net, not the person she actively misses. Another mistake is trying too hard, being too obvious in your efforts to make her miss you. For example, some guys try to remind her of a trip they took together, saying things like, "Remember how great our time in Hawaii was?" They assume that by bringing up these memories, she'll start to long for those moments. But this approach often backfires, as it can feel emotionally manipulative, like you're forcing her to miss you. This type of behavior can actually push her away. Instead of lowering your value by overplaying your hand, let's look at 5 strategies that are effective and might even seem counterintuitive. Let's dive into them now. 1. Be preemptive. One of the first things I tell guys I work with is to start doing things that will make a woman miss you before she even has the chance to. This is about being proactive and setting the stage from the beginning, long before you're in a situation where you want her to miss you. I call this approach preemptive. What does this mean? Think of it as creating emotional time capsules. These are small, intentional actions you take during your time together that will later trigger memories of you. For instance, one of the most effective ways to do this is through scent. Our sense of smell is deeply connected to memory. I always recommend wearing a signature cologne consistently around a woman. Whether it's something like Chanel, Polo, or CK, choose a scent that is distinctive but not overly common. When she catches that same scent somewhere else, it will unconsciously pull her back to memories of you. We've all experienced this before. A certain perfume or cologne reminds us of someone we once knew. This is one of the simplest ways to create an emotional anchor that will remind her of you when you're not around. Another great strategy is creating inside jokes. Build a little world with her through unique references that only the two of you understand. These small moments will create a lasting emotional connection. 4. Shared moments and emotional connections. Another strategy to help a woman miss you more involves creating emotional connections that only the two of you share. These unique moments, where you get her to open up and talk about things she hasn't shared with others, will make her associate those emotions with you. When those feelings arise again, she'll think of you and feel drawn back. These emotional connections can be as simple as shared inside jokes, a special memory, or a personal conversation that deepens your bond. When you create these moments, they leave an imprint on her, so when she experiences similar feelings or situations, she'll remember you fondly. This technique is best used from the start. But even if you're already deep into a relationship or trying to rekindle things, it can still be effective. For instance, something as small as wearing a new cologne can trigger new memories if you're in contact with an ex. These small changes can help reshape how she remembers you and keep you on her mind. If you're looking for more techniques like this, I have a video on my channel called The Triangle of Attraction, where I dive deeper into strategies that help create emotional time capsules in every conversation. Feel free to check it out for more tips. 5. Leave on a high note. The second strategy you need to remember is to always leave on a high note. This is crucial, especially if you're reconnecting with a woman who has pulled away, whether it's an ex-girlfriend or someone you're hoping to rekindle things with. When she responds positively, whether it's through a text, a phone call, or agreeing to meet for coffee, many guys fall into the trap of overstaying their welcome. The key here is to leave her associating positive feelings with you. It can be tempting to think that the longer you stay, the more you can amplify the good vibes. But that's rarely how it works. Imagine it like climbing a hill. At first, the interaction is fun, engaging, and you're building momentum. But if you hang around too long, you start going down the other side of the hill, and the excitement can fade into complacency, or worse, discomfort. What often happens, especially when guys are really into a girl or caught up in emotional quicksand, is that the more time they spend together, the more likely their neediness starts creeping in. You might begin saying things like, "Why can't we give this another chance?" or applying pressure in ways that undermine everything you've built. This behavior makes her pull back and erases all the good energy you've created. The solution is simple. Be mindful of your timing. Make it a habit to leave while things are still going well. Set a mental timer for how long you'll stay or talk, and always be the one to end the interaction, even if she's the one who reached out to you first. For example, if she texts you to ask how your day was, respond briefly, have a pleasant exchange, and then be the one to end it. This leaves her wanting more, instead of feeling like she's had her fill. It's a simple but powerful move that many guys overlook, but it can make a huge difference in keeping her interested and engaged. 6. Mystery and subtle jealousy. The third way to make a woman miss you involves a combination of mystery and subtle jealousy. This is where many guys go wrong. They try to be too obvious in their attempts to trigger jealousy. For example, if you're talking to an ex and casually mention that you're going on multiple dates or seeing other women every weekend, she'll instantly see through your intentions. This comes off as emotionally manipulative and won't create genuine intrigue. Instead, it will signal that you're trying too hard. So how do you create genuine jealousy without appearing heavy-handed? The answer lies in mystery. For instance, let's say she's checking your social media and notices you're at a concert, but there's no indication of who you're with. Instantly, questions will arise in her mind. Who is he with? Is he on a date? That ambiguity stirs curiosity and, eventually, jealousy. She can't figure it out, and that keeps her thinking about you. A great example of this comes from my friend Ken. He went to a John Legend concert with a male friend because his friend's girlfriend couldn't make it. Ken posted a photo of the concert on his social media without mentioning who he was with, and suddenly, every woman he was in contact with assumed he was on a date. That subtlety worked. It created mystery without being explicit, and it sparked curiosity in a way that didn't come across as forced. Similarly, when talking to an ex or someone you're trying to rekindle things with, mention something like, "I went skiing last weekend," but don't say who you went with. If she presses for details, just say you went with a friend and let her imagination fill in the blanks. This creates a sense of mystery and keeps her interested. 7. Create mystery and curiosity. To create mystery, it's essential to leave her wondering about what's really going on in your life. One simple but effective tactic is the appletini and beer photo at a bar or restaurant. For instance, when you're out, post a picture of a beer and an appletini on the table with a caption like, "Cheers to a great night." The appletini suggests you're with someone, but you don't say anything directly. This plants the idea in her mind without confirming anything, leaving her to wonder. That's the power of mystery. By mastering this combination of subtle jealousy and mystery, you keep her curious and thinking about you long after the conversation ends. 8. Create competition. Another way to make a woman miss you is by introducing competition, not through direct jealousy, but by creating the sense that others are competing for your attention. When a woman believes she has complete control over your emotions or that you're waiting around for her, she loses attraction. She instinctively knows she has power over you, and if she thinks you're always available, especially after pulling away or breaking up, she will take that for granted. Think about it. If you've ever had the upper hand in a breakup, you could feel that power. Similarly, when a woman pulls away, she assumes she has the same control over you. But if you can subtly show her that she doesn't have as much control as she thought, she'll start to feel drawn back in. For example, instead of sitting at home waiting for her to reach out, get involved in a new interest or activity, whether it's golf, tennis, or traveling. Showing that your life is full and exciting without her creates an air of competition. When she sees that you're enjoying life and having fun without her, it will make her wonder if she made a mistake by leaving. This contrasts with the guy who's stuck in a rut, just waiting for her to come back. When you see her or speak to her, she'll notice the difference, the spark in your eyes when you talk about your new hobbies or the life you're building. This shift in your life shows her that she's no longer your only priority, and the power dynamic has changed. Now, she's the one who has to compete for your attention, and she'll miss the version of you that she thought she could control. 9. Be different. The fifth and final strategy is to be different. One of the most effective strategies I teach in my videos is changing the dynamic a woman expects from you. When a woman feels she has power over you, she starts to anticipate certain behaviors. These are what I call relationship rules that establish a power dynamic in her favor. For example, if you always text her back immediately, are always available when she calls, or constantly listen to her problems, these behaviors can make you predictable and, over time, less intriguing. So, how do you break that predictability? By changing things up and breaking those rules. For instance, you might not respond to her texts as quickly, or you might be less available when she wants to hang out. These small actions subtly shift the power balance and make her question whether she still has the same influence over you. Another way to be different is by changing aspects of your appearance or personality. For example, let's say you never had a beard when you were together. Growing one now presents her with a new version of you, and that slight change can create intrigue. The same goes for how you dress. If she's used to seeing you in casual clothes, but then you meet her looking sharp in a suit, it instantly shifts her perception of you. These small but impactful changes keep you from being predictable and show her that you're evolving. This makes her curious about the new you, and she'll start to miss what she no longer has control over. Whether it's altering your look, breaking old patterns, or surprising her with a new skill or hobby, being different keeps her on her toes, wondering what she's missing out on. Conclusion. So, there you have it. 5 effective ways to make any woman miss you. If you learned something from this video, don't forget to hit the like button and share your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching.